What an evening for a ride. You, me, and the new Vstrom 1050DE. She's finally arrived, and I think looks bloody great. Stick around, we'll go for a ride. We'll do a good old-fashioned sunset vlog. Good evening. It's about 8:30 at night. Shouldn't be where I am, but I've just squeezed through this little barrier just to come and have some peace and quiet up here by myself, because I've had no peace and quiet for 2 weeks. I'll tell you why in a sec. Yeah, this car park where I am gets closed off at certain times, after a certain time, so I have to try and squeeze through. I think they actually closed it because of doggers coming in using it at night. I was kind of hoping there were going to be somebody up here, but interesting, it's kept the traction control off after I turned it off. That's good. Instead of reverting back to on, which I would have thought it would have done. Yeah, let's just go for a little ride somewhere whilst we get used to this new bike. So this is a long-term loan from Suzuki. Thank you very much. Some of you will remember the launch I did in Greece with them in Feb. Snowy Greece. Have a quick look at this. Now then, and welcome to Loutraki in Greece. Which one is it? Some of you will remember just before Christmas I'd mentioned that after Christmas I'm getting a new long-term bike. Well, you're looking at it. Yeah, front ABS is perfect. I grabbed a fistful of front then. And I've been waiting since. And it arrived last week. Well, it arrived about a month ago, but box fresh. And I requested for it to be run in, so I didn't have to be running backwards and forwards to get it run in. So it's had its running in service done, and now I've got it until the end of January. So I hope to put on some decent miles on it. I'm going to use it, I am going to abuse it, and I'm going to bling it actually. I've got quite a few plans for it. Even though this doesn't have some of the fancy bits that the other bikes do have, it's way below the price point of some of those other bikes. And you know, with a few quid spent here and there to put these bits on that it lacks, you'll get yourself a bloody fine motorcycle. The quick shifter's lovely, I'll show you. Hang on, where are we? Second. No jerk, totally smooth. Behaves lovely. Lad's got his fishing rods on him. I don't think I've ever seen a motorbike carrying fishing rods, but good on you, pal, good on you. Yeah, for those that are going to ask, because I've already had it, the Africa Twin hasn't gone anywhere. Our Keith is still very much in at the Wildbad stable, but Suzuki very kindly offered me this brand new model, one of the first in the country too, for a long term. So who am I to say no to that? Oh yeah, gravel mode lets you do a little wheelie. That's good. Good. I like it. So let's go with Matlock and Matlock Bath for a change. Not been that way for a long time. I always kind of avoid Matlock Bath like the plague. Having grown up here as a child and a little whippersnapper, it doesn't really appeal to me so much. So unless I'm going for fish and chips, then that's where I want to go. And as some of you might notice, I have lost a little bit of weight. My jacket is a bit baggy on me. I say a little bit of weight, I think I've done just over 1.5 stone. To you American viewers, that is about 25 pounds. I feel great actually. Oh, I've turned the wrong way now. I told you, I avoid math like the plague. I'm going to turn back around and do what I said I was going to do. It's 2 turns I've done wrong. Just over 1.5 stone. And that's just having 1 meal a day. Oh mad. During that eating window of about, what, between 5 and 7 o'clock at night, I eat whatever the hell I want. So I'll still eat, you know, a big fat meal, even, you know, not shy away from a takeaway or a curry or whatever. And, you know, chocolate, pudding. As long as it's within that eating window, as soon as I stop eating, I'm done. That's it, till the next day. 24 hours. I'm just having loads of cups of tea, you know, so I'm not really doing the proper fasting thing, because you're not supposed to have milk and things like that. But yeah, I'm having more tea than I perhaps should be having. Actually, I do drink a lot of cups of tea, but I'm enjoying it and it's working for me. So I'm not really boozing at all, you know, apart from social settings. I'm not missing food in the day. I'm not snacking. I'm having absolutely nothing apart from cups of tea, and just having the 1 meal at night. That's it, 1 meal a day, and it suits me at the moment. I've got a massive appetite, but it really suits me. I'm not looking at the clock waiting for tea time. I'm just having me 1 meal a day, and I feel great. And you know, to all those, if you fancy trying it, just give it a week and you'll realise that you don't need 3 meals a day. My Laura, she's exactly the same. She's like, oh no, I need to lose some weight. She doesn't, but I need to lose some weight. I said, well, just do what I do, 1 meal a day. She's, oh no, I need 3 meals a day. I'm like, you don't. You absolutely do not need 3 meals a day. Those that told you that breakfast was the most important meal of the day, who do you think came up with that? Who do you think came up with that slogan that's ingrained in all our minds? Kellogg's, or one of those who sell breakfast cereal. Of course they did. And of course you don't need it. Just a big evening meal and you're right as rain. Makes you realise that, you know, half the crap that we put in our bodies we really don't need. We really do not need. It feels nice to be light, you know. I've seen the 13 stone something now, so 13:10 I was this morning, which is amazing. You know, it gives you a bit of a kick up the backside to keep going. But going back to me saying I've had no peace and quiet for 2 weeks, oh dear, how naive was I. My Georgia has wanted a dog, a puppy, for the last 2 years, 3 years maybe. She loves them, and that's all she's wanted. And we've said, you know, yeah, we will, but the time has got to be right. And it's got to, you know, it's not as if she kept coming home like, Daddy, when can we have one? When can we? I'm like, look, you know, it's not as easy as, you can't just go to a dog shop and buy a dog like you would, you know, do your shopping at Tesco's. You know, it takes time, and you know, we've got to make sure things are right. I think my hay fever's just starting to come back. Anyway, so I think the final straw was she came home from school the other day and she'd written a letter to us, to my family. This is adorable, and she writes so well, bless her. To my family, please can I, and it's nice to see how children's minds work, you know. Dear my family, please can I have a dog on Saturday, because I've been waiting for days now. Lots of love, Georgia. We found locally a litter of cockapoos, so we've bought a cockapoo, and he's called Coco. He's adorable, he's red, and he's just like a teddy bear. His coat is so soft, he's just like a tiny little teddy bear. He's grown, we've had him 2 weeks now, and he's grown probably double almost. Well, he was 3.3 kilos when he had his first jab, and now he's 5.6 kilos, I think. So yeah, he's almost doubled in size. But my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. We're crate training him as well, trying to do everything right. So he's waking up barking at like 3:30 in the morning for a wee and a poo. So I'll wake up and take him out, let him do a wee or poo, and then straight back to bed. And then he starts again at about 5 o'clock. So we're getting absolutely no sleep whatsoever. And he's like a fireball for an hour in the morning, where he's biting everything and ripping all the flowers up. He's ruined the front garden, and then he just sleeps. As I said, he is adorable, but bloody hell, yeah, I'm struggling a bit. And today, Laura's been out at a spa day, and we can't take him out for a walk yet because he had his second jab on Wednesday, and he's got 3 more weeks to wait before he can actually go out, for a walk to make sure he's fully immunised. Yeah, so we've been stuck either in the house or just on the front garden. The front garden's fully secured. I've put a couple of things across the gate so he can just run around, and he can't do anything. He can't go in the big garden yet because we have a badger on there every day. So, if the badger's coming and weeing everywhere, I don't want to risk him catching anything until he's fully immunised, so we've not let him on the big garden yet. So we're just confined really to the house and the front garden. So I've not been able to ride, I've not been able to really go anywhere, albeit for an hour here and there, just to nip out and put him in his crate, and then he screams blue murder. It's been a rough couple of weeks, and I will openly hold my hand up and say I was so naive. Everyone's like, no, don't have a puppy. They're like, it's like having a baby. I can't stand naughty. I don't like naughty people. I absolutely don't like naughty kids, and I definitely do not like naughty dogs. So I'm struggling a bit. So I'm coming out tonight to speak to you as part of my therapy. So you guys are my therapy session tonight. Thank you very much. Just let me know where to send the bill. And I just thought I just need to get out and get some fresh air and a change of scenery. And I've not really ridden this bike yet, so I'll come out on this and just go for a nice steady little ride in this lovely weather. And I'll go back feeling all refreshed. Kirkhireton or Hopton? Which one should we do, folks? You choose. Hopton it is then. This bike's lovely. Suspension feels great. I've got the stickers of my sponsors on the bike. Show some love to those that show it to me. Thank you very much to you guys. B-Moto for your insurance. Drop them a call if you're looking for a quote. And they're also doing breakdown and repatriation now as well. So that is a big one for, when you're going abroad. And I get asked about that all the time. And they're very good guys, and you will be looked after if you mention me. Guaranteed. Ultimate add-ons for all your phone cases. I've not got it on yet, I haven't had a chance to fix it. All your accessories for bikes, USB ports and chargers, heated grips. The heated grips look lovely as well. And then my Moto Clothing in Chesterfield, in Claycross. They're coming to the weekend, and they're going to be working all weekend with a big store, which I'm very much looking forward to seeing. And Teresa, just in case you do ever go into my Moto, I heard this by accident actually, but apparently Teresa, who's the manager in there, they're lovely. Teresa and Lorraine, really lovely. Make sure you go and see them. Lorraine does a killer cup of tea, and apparently Teresa does a killer cake. She bakes cakes, and they are top notch. So if you do go in, start placing orders for cakes. And I'm hoping she bakes and brings a load to the weekend. I've not asked her to, but I'm hoping she does, because I like a cake. But yeah, if you do nip into my Moto in Claycross, just start saying or asking where do I order the cakes? Where do I make the orders for the cakes? Just keep mentioning cakes. She'll either love it or she'll bloody hate it. We'll see, won't we? We've got the stunt show coming back to see us. They're incredible, on the edge. They really are. They're crazy. So talented. 2 lads in a compare, brilliant. 2 twin brothers actually in a compare. Music by yours truly and my band. Another headlining band for the next night, but we're also having acoustic artists underneath as supports, which will be nice to have some light and shade. Loads of food trucks, loads of beer, loads of room as well. Should be great. Can't wait. Rabadweekender.com should you want to come and join us. End of July. Oh, I've enjoyed this steady little ride tonight. It's a very good motor, very good engine. Pulls really, really well. And the brakes, are fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Look at this, absolutely mega brakes. I've not had a chance to ride it at night or anything, so I don't know what the lighting's like. With us only having that one headlight, I wouldn't expect it to be super, especially as I'm used to the Christmas tree that is my Africa Twin, which is incredible at night. But I think I'm going to use this for the Picos trip this year in September. Yep, September we're going, so if anyone's out there then, we've moved ours forward a couple of weeks. Or is it a week? Moved it forward a week, yeah. We're going on the 27th, I think, to the 3rd. So yeah, if you're out that way, do look out for us. It's going to be 15 of us. Quite a few newbies as well, which I'm very much looking forward to showing the area to. And I think we're doing maybe doing a second trip a couple of weeks after. So I just got to finalise a few things on that one. Sun still up. This is always nice for a... Oh yeah. Always nice for a sunset shot. Beautiful. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Fantastic. The stickers, the sponsor stickers look great actually. Colours and how they set out look really cool. ABR as well. ABR at the end of this month. Have you got yours yet? I can't wait for that. It's different for me that, because my weekender is work. Obviously it's work for me, although I adore it and I'm very, very proud of it. I love it, but it's a lot of work. So I'm like on the go all the time, whereas the ABR, it's nothing to do with me. I just go and enjoy it as a punter. But yeah, we're gonna have a bit of a crack on stage on the campfire tent, having a chat to Simon and Lisa Thomas from To Ride the World again. And then I think on the Saturday night I'll be myself, Bruce, Teapot One and Andy TMF are hosting the pub quiz. Oh dear me, that should be quite something. But yeah, if you are going, please do come and say hello if you see us, or if you see me knocking around, whatever. It's a pleasure to sit and chat to everyone. Oh, I finally pulled the plug. I've been having some computer issues. I don't know if I've mentioned it. In fact, I don't think I have mentioned it. I'm still on the same PC that I had built in 2012, and it's obviously had a hard paper round. And it's been amazing, you know, it's been rock solid, but of late it's been really starting to get slow, and some of my episodes are taking like 18 hours to render. So what I normally do once I've rendered, I'll watch it as a proofread, if you like, to see if there's any mistakes, and if there's any mistakes I have to re-edit and re-render, which takes time. So sometimes I'm really struggling. And you know, if I edit on my iPad, which I don't like, and I can't use my editing software on my iPad, so I've been having to relearn different softwares to be able to do the odd edit, which is, you know, mega time consuming, and it does pay you to do so. But it's like learning a language. You know, the one I use, Vegas Pro, and I've been using for years, I know it like the back of my hand. You know, the shortcuts, I'm just like, I can just crack on and do everything I need to do. I know where everything is, no problem. And although they kind of are all very, very similar, you kind of do understand it. It's just a very big learning curve, figuring out where that goes, or where that is, or what this version's called on this. You know, it's just a bit of a thingy. But anyway, if I edit on my iPad, it's like, you know, the same episode that takes 18 hours to render on my PC takes, you know, 14 minutes on my iPad, which is ridiculous. I've just not been wanting to go down the MacBook route, because again, like I said, the software that I use isn't available for Mac, it's only PC. So I couldn't justify buying something else without selling the iPad, which is iPad Pro, which cost me a frigging fortune. I managed to get that sold for you know, a lot less than what I paid for it, but someone's getting a massive bargain there. And I've bought a MacBook Pro, so I've got to really now invest my time to learn and nail this new software. Might be a bit of a slow transition. I'll still keep using the PC to keep me going, to figure it out, because, you know, again, I've got to justify that expense because they're bloody expensive, you know, but it's mega powerful. It should handle everything I throw at it with a you know, a breeze, an absolute breeze. So yeah, I've got to put a lot of work in, I think, there to make it work for me. God, I'm cold. I'm only talking as much as I am to try and keep myself warm. Yeah, and the thing is, I've made the... Oh, I haven't made it yet. I'm making, slowly but surely, making the jump. If you're any kind of video editor, you'll know exactly what I'm about to say, because everyone seems to be doing the same. But yeah, I'm making the jump to DaVinci Resolve. It seems to be at the moment where all editors seem to be heading. And I've had a play with it on the iPad, although it's not the full fat version. And it is very, very, very good. There's just some things, well, quite a lot of things I'm not sure of yet. And again, once I've got the MacBook, which arrives tomorrow, I think, I'll get that installed properly, and yeah, it should make life a lot easier. I've just got to figure out how to do my style of editing with that software. So it'll be interesting to see if anyone notices any difference in either my edits or productions, or if you can even tell it's come from a different software, because, you know, you do get very comfortable with, like, my Vegas Pro. But I love it. It's brilliant. If Vegas Pro were available on Mac, I would install that again straight away, but it isn't. But in a way, it's kind of forcing me to make the change, which I know I perhaps should be doing. I'm going along kicking and screaming, but I know I've got to do it. Right, I'm gonna go, because I'm bloody freezing. Oh, I've enjoyed this little chat with you. I'll check in again next week for another therapy session. And yeah, welcome to the Vstrom 1050DE from Suzuki. Brand new model, brand new bike, staying with me for ages, so to do whatever I wish. I'm looking forward to really showing this off a bit, because, you know, everyone you ever speak to has a lot of love for the Vstrom, and it always does. And we've always, whenever we've had them in the past, we've always loved them. They just don't look as desirable, and they don't have the bits on that the others do, you know. But my quest here is to try and show it in a different light. As I said, you know, they do cost a lot less than the other big boys. It is not at all any less capable. It just means spending a little bit more on accessories to make it as good, you know. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to getting this kitted out with all kinds of stuff. You know, I'll get some different luggage on it, and but yeah, if you've got anything you want showing, and you'd like it featured on the channel and on this bike, then please do get in touch, because I'd be more than happy to discuss it with you. Yeah, and I'm very much looking forward to enjoying the next 10 or 20,000 miles, whatever I get to put on this machine. Might even use this for my winter trip. Who knows? This January I pushed my luck far too much. If you've seen my trip to the Outer Hebrides, then you will know that I definitely pushed my luck a bit too much. So I think next year I'm going to go south, maybe scoot down to Portugal or something like that. Yeah, I think Portugal, we'll see. And who knows what bike I'll do it on. Keith's just sat there going, oh, I'm bloody loving this. Sat here, oh, no miles on me. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for listening to me rabbit on tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. A bit different, just a bit of an old-fashioned vlog. I've enjoyed it, actually. Yeah, I have. And yeah, I will see you soon. So I've been RichyVida. Thank you very much for listening. I'll see you soon. Be good, be careful, and be kind.